Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check your stream. Check your OBS. Check your OBS. Dude, it's weird. Since I got the new computer, my laptop is running janky. Is MGT Arena an app? Why is it grayed out here? Yow! Is she not right? Is she insane? Well, she know. Run from a night, but it's doesn't she realize she's in danger? Yow! Is she not right? Is she insane? Well, she know. Run from a night, but it's yeah, this laptop's gotta be retired, baby. We gotta retire this thing. What up, kitty? Oh, we got a good one today, boys. We got David gonna be peeping Bathsheba. David about to be peeping Bathsheba. I'm trying to share the stream to Discord, but Discord just giving me a black screen. I don't know what's going on. I bet I could share it from this computer. Just have to find it in YouTube. I'm going to do that. This is going way fast. Well, see, the problem is I can't set up my OBS until I have the computer hardwired and run a speed check. Because if I run a speed check now, it's going to be going off the Wi-Fi, which is supposed to be awesome. I paid extra for the motherboard because it had the Wi-Fi 7. It's supposed to be awesome, but when I do a speed test, it's not that impressive. My laptop gets better. Oh no, we're up there now. We're up there now. Our download is 414 megabytes per second. Megabytes per second, which is what, 4,140 kilobytes per second. 91 upload. That's low, right? Is that low? What's low? Green, green, green. I also think I need to. Great. Browsing quality is great. Gaming quality is great. Streaming quality is great. Video call quality is great. What's my laptop? Shouldn't they be the same? Oh, I got Discord up. Cool. Okay, let me share this. See, error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Why is it telling me that? 2 Samuel chapters 12 and 16 are eye-openers. We will get to 12 today, maybe 16. I'm just trying to share out the stream real quick. Why is it telling me, please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less? Currently, keyframes are, what is this? What is this warning? I've never seen this before. What does that mean? I'm going to share the stream real quick before we start reading. Don't have a lot to do with the computer today. The desk is supposed to arrive today. It's bugged on me for about 20 seconds, but it's running smooth now. Why is it doing that? Yeah, it's saying error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What is going on? Did I unplug something? I have some stuff that I unplugged. I got to move everything other than the mic, the camera, and the laptop needs to come off this desk. And then I got to take the monitor off here, take the thing off, put everything on the couch over there. Keep the wires organized. And then I've got to take apart this desk. I'm going to give this desk to Shane. He's got his apartment now. And he has a 2-bedroom apartment, and he's got a little game room, and it's kind of empty. So I said I'll give him this desk. So I'm getting a new desk, and it should arrive today. I also ordered a new power strip and 2 10-foot display cables because I need to get the cables to go from here to here. It's a 5-foot run under a desk. Then that gives me 3 feet here and 2 feet here. 2 feet here, 5 feet here, 3 feet. It's going to be close, man. I'm worried those cables aren't going to be long enough. I should have got the 12-foot ones. But I used a tape measure and it should be okay. The problem is with the monitor arms, it's got to go like up and out and around. Unless I just don't use the cable hiders and I just have them dangling. I could do that if I have to. This is going to be a mission. I don't know if I'm going to do it Saturday. I might do it. No, that's next week that I'm going on Shiva's show. It should be running good now. Also, I don't know if I should make this announcement yet, because I don't know if it's 100% sure. So I'm not going to give a lot of details. But I have a debate in the works. I have a challenge, and I accepted the challenge. Of course I accepted the challenge. That's just how I roll. I ain't gonna not. All systems are go. Yeah, it says it's green now. And I don't want to say who the opponent is or what channel it's going to be on yet, because that stuff hasn't been all I'm going to say is I got a challenge to a debate, and I accepted it. If I say what the topic is, you'll know who it's against. Should I say what the topic is and then just not say the name? And if you guys guess it, I won't respond. The topic is what exactly, how did he word it? I can't even say that word. I'm going to have to, I don't like that word. It's too many syllables, and I think it's a redundant word. It should just be politicization, but it's politicization. I can't say it. I can't say it, Shiva. How am I going to win a debate if I can't say the word in the prompt? Politicization. Politicization? The politicizing of Christianity, good or bad? And I was like, I don't know if I even understand what you're talking about, but I know who it is, and I've talked to him before about this, so I know where he's coming from. And yes, I'll do that debate. I already know where he's coming from, and I already know that I've already crushed it before. So it's not going to be hard. His argument is that the politicization of Christianity. Have no idea who it is. Mosman? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. But his claim is that Christianity became politicized in the 7th century. I don't know where he's going with that. I'm going to have to do some research, and it's not till July, so I have plenty of time. Because I'm not like a history buff. I'm just going to go off common sense arguments, but I will have to brush up on the history of things. But as far as I know, Euclides, well, they say Charles, not Charles. Who's the Nazi? Charles Schmidt? Who's the Nazi that helped Hitler? Anyway, that guy, I forget his name now. I think it's Schmidt. Charles Schmidt? No, that's not it. What is the dude's name? He was one of the dudes that worked with Hitler. No. Not Goebbels. Not who am I thinking of? Anyway, they call him the father of political theology. But in reality, he's not. Are we not men? Challenge me to debate Jim Bob. He's trying to set it up. About what? The Nazi guy is not the founder of political theology. Euclides in the 3rd century is the founder of political theology, using theology in politics. And that's how Eastern Christians formed the Byzantine Empire after Rome, because they had problems with Rome. Rome was degenerate. So they appealed to theology. But anyway, my argument's going to go way back earlier than that. We're going to the Old Testament. And then the argument's going to be, well, that's not Christianity. That's the Old Testament. And I'm going to say, oh, but never mind. We got like a month, so I'm sure I'll talk about it a lot leading up to it. And once it's for sure going to happen. Right. That's what I'm talking about, Gorilla Biscuits. And that was I think I'm saying his name wrong, but Euclides, it's EU. He is the true father of political theology. He brought Christian values and Christianity into the politics because they had a problem with Rome, and that's what led to the formation after Constantine and Constantinople. They formed the Byzantine Empire, which is the best example of a successful theocracy until it ended. Or did they have a monarchy? Did they have a king? The best example, well, the example I would use of a flourishing theocracy would be Israel in the Old Testament under Moses. That was a theocracy. The priests ran the show. Then we have the judges when it becomes more feudal, and basically if you're going to battle, you're going to get more land. You're winning your land through battles. You have the judges who are basically warlords coming in and saving Israel whenever it's, the people start to turn away from God. The judges come in. The judges handle the enemy, and the judges say, tighten up, Israel. And then you have the monarchy once Saul steps in, and that's where we are now with David. David is the second king of the monarchy of Israel. It's no longer a theocracy. Regardless, my argument is simple. politics is inherently, Christianity was never politicized. It was always inherently political. There is no separation of the two. You can't separate the two. And it's going to come down to a common misunderstanding of what politics are. The argument that me and Anson were having the other day. People say politics are dumb. Republicans and Democrats are two wings of the same bird. Trump and Joe Biden and Chuck Schumer and Pelosi, they all have drinks together and hang out with each other afterwards. Politics is dumb. That's not politics. That's government. That's government systems and individuals in governments. Sometimes they're bad actors. Sometimes they're great men. Sometimes they're crazy women. Politics is just the study of how we organize groups of people and societies. When you say, dad goes to work and pays the bills, mom watches the kids, and I get the big piece of chicken, that's politics. That's how our family is going to be organized. That's the structure of this household. And part of Christianity is trumpeting the word to everybody, making fishers of men, organizing families and structures and societies, law and order. God appoints the authorities or the powers and the principalities, which are controlled by God. We get the leaders we deserve because we don't actually choose our leaders. God chooses the leaders, the powers and the principalities. It's in the Bible. And it just makes sense. I think you could argue that the Exodus story is inherently political. Yeah, I will. I will. And I'll argue that all of them are political. I'll rush through the Old Testament and walk down the line of, and I have verses because he's going to say, I already know because we've had this conversation before. I say, well, what about when God appointed a king over Israel? And John said, well, God didn't want there to be a king over Israel. They wanted the king. Read it again, buddy. God prophesies. God tells, who does he tell? I think he tells Moses, one day Israel is going to turn into a bunch of degenerates and they're going to beg for a king and I'm going to give them a king and he's going to save them. And then when Saul comes, he says, you're going to mess up, Saul, and you're not going to keep this kingdom. A man after my own heart is going to take the kingdom from you. We just read yesterday. It says, David says, or actually it's in the prophecy of God to Nathan, who is going to go report it to David. God appointed these kings who God appointed. In fact, I need to find that and write that verse down. We talked about it yesterday. Don't worry, I highlighted it. Not the ark. No. This is God talking to Nathan. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more as beforetime. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies, also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee an house. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of the bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. I will establish his kingdom. This is talking about David wanting to build the temple for God, and God says, I don't need a temple. Okay, so he talks about the judges there. There's plenty of verses where he talks about God established. Hey, look at that. Thank you, Gorilla Biscuits. Happy Friday. I'm happy it's Friday. That's for sure. Um, but anyway. The argument's going to be ultimate power, absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that we need to serve God, not men. And I'm going to say, yeah, that's fine. But if we're organizing groups of people and we think that it's right to treat your neighbor, to love your neighbor and love the Lord your God, and to follow God's laws and commandments and follow the example of Jesus, to not murder, to not steal, to not lie, all of these ideas that come from Christianity are inherently political ideas. You can't divide the two. So my argument is Christianity was, well, he's saying is the politicization of Christianity a problem. I think that's how he worded it. And he's going to say, yes, it is a problem. I'm going to say, one, Christianity was never politicized. It was always inherently political. And two, no, it's not a problem. 2 Peter 3:3. What's 2 Peter 3:3 say? Let's go find it. I'm going to find it. We used to do speed searches in elementary school. Hebrews and the book of James, 1st and 2nd Peter. It's after James. It's so tiny, you skip over it when you're going. There it is. When you're going from James to, I often skip to 1st and 2nd, 3rd John. What is it? 2 Peter 3:3. 2 Peter 3:3. Thank you, Auntie. I thought you didn't like me, Auntie. You used to always make fun of me. Hurt my feelings. 2 Peter 3:3. Peter is so small. Dude, when we get to the New Testament, we're going to just fly through books. We're going to have to do like 3 books in one sitting. 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Okay. Oh yeah, Shiva. It's all very. But you know what the argument's going to be. That's Old Testament. That's the Old Testament. And then my rebuttal is going to be, is Jesus God? Yes. Do God's ways change? No. Okay. Did Jesus come to abolish the law or to fulfill the law? Fulfill the law? Oh, okay. So what are you even saying that for? The Old Testament is a large swath of the Bible, and Jesus quoted it extensively. Jesus was constantly quoting out of the Old Testament. That bugs me when Christians like throw away the Old Testament. They're like, "Why are you reading the Old Testament?" I've had people say that to me. Why are you reading the Old Testament? What? Why are you not reading the Old Testament? What are you talking about? How do you fully comprehend the New Testament if you've never read the Old Testament? You can't. You're not going to understand these parables. You're not going to understand the things that Jesus is saying because you didn't start at the beginning. You started at the end. I'm learning scriptural sources. Matthew 5:17. What's that one? Is that the I did not come to I thought it said first Matthew. I was about to say, what? What was the point of that verse, Auntie? I'm hard to read at times. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, I can't really read tones in chat, so I just thought you I guess you were just friendly jabbing me, friendly roasting me, but it seemed like you didn't like me. That's I did not come to abolish the law. No, I came to fulfill the law. Matthew 5:17. Dang, we got Shiva gonna be a little Christian. Shiva gonna be a little Bible thumping Christian pretty soon. Let's go. I'm gonna take credit for converting you. No, God takes the credit. But I'm like, I was like the guy because I know Shiva was on my panel one night and we were talking about arguments for God. And I got him. He was thinking. His thinking cap went on his head and he was like, oh, well, I can't really rebuttal that. That sounds quite logical, JS. I'm going to have to get a Bible now. Got him. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Law? You say there's a law? Seems a little political to me to have laws. Seems kind of the antithesis of anarchy. Laws, you say? Hierarchies? Patriarchies? Wow. Kings? Judges? Theocracies? Priests? Dude, they even give the how to organize the land around the tabernacle. There's like 5 chapters of Leviticus in Numbers. There's like 5 chapters of Numbers, not 5 chapters, but there's like a whole section, a big chapter in Numbers just telling how the tribes would be divided and where they would put their tents, to what direction of the thing, and who's going to take battle positions. It's always been political. You can't divide the two. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I think I got this one in the bag. I don't even need to like research that hard. All I need to do is brush up on my history, because I know he's going to use a lot of historical jargon that I'm not going to know. I'm not a history guy. I wish I would have read more history as a kid, but instead I was reading Stephen King and Dean Koontz. The Holy Spirit is working through you. I guess Auntie has me blocked. I don't see anybody with that name. Huh. What'd you do to Auntie? Gorilla Biscuits? You can see Auntie? Nobody can see Auntie except me. That's weird. I got to go get some water real quick, but David's about to spot Bathsheba. And I think this is where we get the word bath from. There she is again. Doesn't she realize she's in danger? Eow. Did I hold on, let's share this real quick. She's in danger. All right. Do you have it on live chat or top chat? You gotta have it on live chat. You gotta. Dude, it keeps giving me this warning that my video bit rate is not right. Anyway, 2 Samuel. What's good about 2 Samuel 12? Nathan rebukes David. David's gonna Are you talking about how David steals Bathsheba by sending her husband into war? Doesn't he like cut his head off? Or he gets his head cut off. We'll find out here in a minute. All right. Chapter 11. In between, there's a few things I need to download. I need to download GIMP. Download. Okay. Chapter 11. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed, and walked upon the roof of the king's house. You ain't gonna never see nothing sneaking around at night on the rooftops, David. From off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. Oh, snap. See, I don't want to hear nothing about people judging me. Because I might have looked upon a lady at some point in my life. Holy mackerel. She was beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? He's a Hittite? Well, he's a bad dude, off the rip. That's all I got to hear. He's a Hittite. You about to get hit up, Uriah. And David sent messengers and took her. We got that warning again. Tell me if it starts buffering for you guys, because we've got that pop-up. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know what that is. He dies in battle against the Syrians. Okay. I thought David had his head cut off, but yeah, he sends him into battle. Anyway, he gets him killed because he about to take that Bathsheba. And David sent messengers and took her. And she came in unto him. She came in unto him just like that. That's adultery. She came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness. And she returned unto her house. Well, yeah, she just got done being purified from her uncleanness, and now you're going to make her dirty again, David? This woman got a husband. That ain't right. She came in unto him. Usually it says the man goes in unto the woman. I think this might be the first time it says that the woman came in unto the man. That's my new favorite expression. I got to start saying that. Whenever I see like a good looking lady, you can either do the Norm Macdonald, say, I'm looking for a nice lady to lay on top of. Or you go biblical with it. You're saying, I'm looking for a lady to go in unto. The birth of feminism. No, well, we already saw in the story of Joseph and Potiphar, we already saw the first Me Too. It was when Potiphar's wife was trying to have sex with Joseph, and he said, no, Sif. And he ran out of the house butt naked, and she said, he touched me. He tried to grape me. That was the first Me Too in the Bible. Now we got strong women empowerment. Yes. Did she get him drunk? Yeah, I think she did. Or he was already... I don't think she got him drunk. Or maybe he was drunk from a feast. But basically, he stripped down to go to bed. Or no. He walks into his room and she's in his room. Naked. And she says, Joseph, let me get some of that. Come in unto me, Joseph. And he said, no, you're Potiphar's wife, and I love Potiphar. He's my king. I'm not going to sleep with you. Are you crazy, woman? And she grabbed him and she said, you're going to sleep with me, David. And he said, or I'm sorry, not David, Joseph. And he said, no, I'm not. And so he pulled away and she grabbed onto his robe and she ripped his robe off and he ran down the street butt naked. And then she told everybody that he was trying to touch up on her. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, where was I? Took her, okay. She was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child. And David sent to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. When Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did. What the heck was that? How Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house? And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. So Uriah's trying to, he's saying, look, king, you guys are out here in the wilderness. I'm going to be out here. Even though you slept with my wife and got her pregnant, you're still my king. And I'm going to do what you say. Because I know you could cut my head off at any second. And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him. And he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his lord, but went not down to his house. He's sleeping with the servants? And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. And he wrote in the letter, saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die. That ain't right, David. Remember, David is a man after God's own heart. That's a tough one for some people to grasp, Shiva. You could drop that on a Christian, see how they deal with that one. Tell them about, say, you know, when David was being a peeping Tom with Bathsheba, and then he commanded her to come up into his room, and then he had sex with her and got her pregnant while she had a husband, and then he sent her husband to battle to die. Remember that? What did God call David? A man after his own heart? Now, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I have no problem with that. I'll say, yep, sure enough. But a lot of Christians you're gonna stump them with that one. It was Lot, not Abraham. His daughters got him drunk and bonked him. Yeah, in the cave. Yeah, that's not the story I'm talking about, though. Maybe I missed something you said earlier. Atta girl, what's the spirit? It's Friday, no worries to be had. Fruit Loop Friday. He boinked him. All right, that he may be smitten and die. And it came to pass when Joab observed the city that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that valiant men were. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab, and there fell some of the people of the servants of David. And Uriah the Hittite died also. Dun, dun, dun. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war. And David's like, just tell me, is Uriah dead? Because I'm about to creep up on Bathsheba. And charged the messenger, saying, when thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king, and if so be that the king's wrath arise, and he say unto thee, wherefore approached ye so nigh unto the city when ye did fight? Knew ye not that they would shoot from the wall? Who smote Abimelech, the son of Jerub-Besheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of a millstone upon him from the wall, that he died in Thebez? Millstone from the wall. I didn't know. Did we skip that story? When did that story happen? Millstone from the wall. I feel like we did read something about like that. Just wait till you get to 2 Samuel 2:11. I reference Lot because that's the first instance of women going in unto a man. Oh, true. That's true. Okay. You're right. You are right. They went in unto him. Both of them. Did both of them at the same time? That was for first menage a trois? That's feminism too. Taking advantage of your daddy while he's drunk. It's an interesting turn of phrase. David is a man after God's own heart. Never heard God referred to in a physical way like that. Is that the exact way it's phrased? Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's exactly like that, but we can look it up in the concordance, in the Strongs, if you want. Let me find the verse. It says it a couple times. I'll pull it up in the interlinear so we can see the yeah, something's up. Something's up with the fact that I have the PC and the laptop going. It's causing problems for the laptop with the internet. It makes me worried if I need to keep this turned off when I do VK tonight. So I wanted to work on my OBS layouts while I was in VK tonight because I need to get that done. That's like I've got all my programs. I've got all my stress tests and my benchmarking stuff, and all my games are on here now. Discord, OBS, all the programs, all the apps, everything I need is on here now. Last step that I have to do is set up OBS. And that's if I want to do layouts and overlays and all the stuff and make it nicer than what I have on here on the laptop. That's the biggest task. To me, that's harder than building it. Like, I had fun building it. I don't have fun. I'm not into graphic design, and I like drawing and I like art. I'm a very artistic guy, but digital art, I don't know. I just hate having to click 800 different things. And maybe if I knew the program well, I would enjoy it, but I just, this is the part I've dreaded the whole time. Is I was worried about setup, about the BIOS and setting up Windows. Got through that. That was not hard. That was not bad. Now, the two last things are going to suck the most. Building the desk and getting this out of here and getting it in here. And then setting up my OBS. That's going to be, and I need to get on. I need to do it quickly. If we build the desk, once I build the desk, I can't keep using the laptop. I guess I could, but it's just going to be too many cables, too many wires, too much stuff on the desk, too much clutter. Is it called A Man After God's Own Heart? Why is this not bringing me to just Google? What the heck is going on here? Just Google search. You see the buffer? YouTube is not receiving enough video. Open widget. Poor. Stream status poor. What is happening? My internet should be able to handle both of these. First Samuel 13. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know why it's doing this. It has to be because this computer is like dividing up the internet power. Crap, this is going to cause me problems on VK tonight. What should we do it from this computer? What if I do the call? I could get on Easy StreamYard from this computer. The problem is I can't. I could stream from this computer, but I don't have OBS set up yet. Like I just said, that's going to be like a 4-hour process. Yeah, I'm having internet problems. Anyway, First Samuel 13. That's a whole chapter. Oh, Jesus says it. Jesus says it too. It's also in Acts. David, the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart, which shall fulfill all my will. And when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be. So they're talking about God. I don't know. That's Acts. So Jesus is already gone in Acts. So they're quoting God from the Old Testament. 1 Samuel 13:14. Sorry, hold on one second. Huh. I wonder if I can use that program. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this. And I'm just going to have to keep that computer turned off tonight. Maybe use CBR and OBS. See, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Stream is healthy. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Why is it telling me this? It doesn't tell me how to fix it. Stream settings? What if we... Latency... Can we like lower the resolution or something? Oh, start default stream analytics latency, normal latency, low latency. Oh, I can't change any of that. What's CBR? It might be your bitrate settings. OBS at 1080p, you want 500 to 900 kilobytes per second. Yeah, but I've never had this problem before. That's in stream. Advanced options or output? Video bitrate 10,000 kilobyte per second. Should I go lower? See, I never even messed with these settings on this laptop. I'm going to do it all on the computer. I never even changed any of these settings. So 10,000 is too much. Constant bit rate. Video streaming, video bit rate. That's thousands, not hundreds. Well, I said 10,000. What'd I say? Mine was set at 10,000 kilobytes per second. Now it's set at 9,000. Warning, recording saved to recording file cannot apply. Okay, I changed it to 9,000. This might like end the stream. It's not responding now. Wait, we got excellent connection now. Yeah, I took it down to 9K. Oh, did I say 500 to 900? Whatever. Whatever. It's over. It was over 9,000, okay? My bit rate was over 9,000. Okay. Now my bit rate is just 9,000. It's no longer over 9,000. It would be fine to have two devices hooked up with Wi-Fi. So I don't know why there's a problem. But maybe the computer is like overbearing on it or something. I don't know. GIMP. We got GIMP. Speed test. I'm going to run a speed test on both of them. A megabyte is 100 kilobytes. My download speed is 530 megabytes per second. My upload speed is 207 megabytes per second. So if it's 100 kilobytes per megabyte, then you would add 2 zeros to that. 5,300. Upload Is that right? Well, I'm trying to do the same. No, I don't want a dang app. No, just give me the browser-based one like I'm got on here. Why does one Google give me a different? Yeah, this laptop is going so slow now. If you're running it on both of them, do the test separately. Otherwise, they'll both be using the bandwidth. Right, but that's what I want to see is what it looks like when they're both using it at the same time. I can't even. Also, when I open a new tab, it's supposed to automatically go to Google. It's weird. Now that this computer is they're both using the same Microsoft Windows account. Stuff that I do on here comes over to here. Stuff that happens on like this thing changes this thing and this one changes this one. I don't like that. And the only option is to use a separate account. It won't be a problem once the laptop is put away or at least set aside. Right now, they're like mess with each other. Okay. Let's try it on the laptop. Oh, the laptop's going way slower. The computer, it was like 500, 400, 500, 510, 520, 530. This one's like 271 download. Upload is higher on the laptop. That's weird. So download on the computer is 530. Upload is 207. Download on the laptop is 271. Upload is 232. Which is pretty good, isn't it? I don't know what these numbers mean relative to like other people's internet connection. Ping. The upload speed is faster on the laptop. Download speed is 271. I don't know. I fixed the bitrate thing. In OBS, and it seems to be running smooth now. Dude, I wish I knew that was a thing a long time ago. I think I did. I think I watched a video about it, and I just never did anything. Never fixed it. All right. Thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. So the messenger went and came and showed David all that Joab had sent him for. And the messenger said unto David, surely the men prevailed against us. Nope, it's yellow again. What the heck? It's yellow again now. Surely the men prevailed against us and came out unto us into the field, and we were upon them even unto the entering of the gate. And the shooters shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead, and thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. Then David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee, For the sword devoureth one as well as another. Make thy battle more strong against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage thou him. And when the wife of Uriah heard that Uriah her husband was dead, she mourned for her husband. And when the morning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became his wife and bare him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord. Yeah, I think so. That's pretty egregious, if you ask me. that's not cool, David. None of that was cool. I do not endorse, sleeping with a married woman, with a married man's wife, and then having the husband killed. But that's politics. That's politics for you, you know? Comedy. All right. Chapter 12. This is what Shiva said gets exciting. And the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him and said unto him, there were two men in one city, the one rich and the other poor. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing save one little ewe lamb, which he had bought and nourished up. And it grew up together with him and with his children. It did eat of his own meat and drank of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. This is a parable. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd to dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the men that was come to him. What a jerk. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man. And he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that has done this thing shall surely die. And he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Oh, dang, dropping bombs on him. David is the rich man who already had a whole stable of lambs. David already got like multiple wives. He got a harem. He got concubines. He's king. And he took the lamb from the poor man. That was deep. I like that. We're probably buffering, so you're probably not even hearing anything I'm saying right now. I knew it was a parable. That was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was come to him. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man, and he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die. And he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul, and I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives into thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandments of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword. That's why I thought that David actually did it, because that part right there. And hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon. Now therefore the word shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Dang, David. You done screwed up, my boy. You screwed up, David. You know? Wow. Epic fail. Epic fail, David. Now, therefore, the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be. Oh, I said word, it's sword. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house, and I will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor. And he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this sun. For thou didst it secretly, but I will do this thing before all of Israel and before the sun. S-U-N. And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. David's shaking in his boots right now. And Nathan said unto David, the Lord also hath put away thy sin. Thou shalt not die. He's not going to kill you, David. He's just going to make you suffer. You're going to feel some pain a little bit, David. Kiss your wives goodbye. Howbeit, because by this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto thee shall surely die. The child also that is born unto thee shall surely die. Uh-oh. And Nathan departed unto his house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick. The Lord struck the child because of David's actions. The Lord kills David's child. Wrestle with that, soft Christians. Wrestle with that. I say things sometimes and people don't like it. Your problem's not with me. Your problem's with the Bible. We hear you. Stream is fine. Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick. David therefore besought God for the child. And David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth. David's mad at God. Don't be mad at God. It's your fault. And the elders of his house arose and went to him to raise him up from the earth. But he would not, neither did he eat bread with them. And it came to pass on the 7th day that the child died. And the servants of David feared to tell him that the child was dead. For they said, behold, while the child was yet alive, we spake unto him, and he would not hearken unto our voice. How will he then vex himself if we tell him that the child is dead? Okay, they spoke to David while the child was alive, and he wouldn't listen. Now the child's dead, and they got to tell him, and they're like, we don't want to tell him. We don't want to tell David about this. This chapter shows how much of an a-hole God is. That's subjective. I think it's based. But when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants, is the child dead? And they said, he is dead. Then David arose from the earth and washed and anointed himself and changed his apparel and came into the house of the Lord and worshipped. Then he came to his own house, and when he required, they set bread before him, and he did eat. So what's the first thing David does when he figures out that God told him your kid's gonna die because of what you did? And what's the first thing David does after he finds out the kid's dead? He goes and worships God. There you go. There you go. And also, anyway, never mind. I don't know what I was about to say. But when David saw that his servants whispered, I already read that. I'm going to highlight that. He anointed himself and changed his apparel and came into the house of the Lord and worshipped. Then said his servants unto him, What thing is this that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep for the child while it was alive. But when the child was dead, thou didst rise and eat bread. And he said, While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept. For I said, Who can tell whether God will be gracious to me that the child may live? But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. Based. Based. I like that. While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, Who can tell whether God will be gracious to me that the child may live? But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me. I like that. Oh, snap. I like that. And David comforted Bathsheba, his wife, and went in unto her. Ooh, that's the best way to comfort a woman. You go in unto her and lay with her. And she bare a son. And he called his name Solomon. And the Lord loved him. Enter Solomon. Solomon the wise. Not so wise. He still had a weakness for the ladies. He still had a, what's the word, penchant? He still had a penchant for the ladies. He liked the ladies. He really liked, I like these ladies. They're very nice ladies. Oh yeah, Solomon had a thing for the ladies too. This is Solomon. Enter Solomon. Solomon. And the Lord loved him. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name Jedediah, because of the Lord. And Joab fought against Rabbah of the children of Ammon, and took the royal city. And Joab sent messengers to David and said, I have fought against Rabbah, and have taken the city of waters. Now therefore gather the rest of the people together, and encamp against the city, and take it, lest I take the city, and it be called after my name. And David gathered all the people. See, a little bit of feudalism there. And David gathered all the people together, and went to Rabbah, and fought against it, and took it. And he took their king's crown from off his head, the weight whereof was a talent of gold, with the precious stones, and it was set on David's head. And he brought forth the spoil of the city in great abundance. And he brought forth the people that were therein, and put them under saws, and under harrows of iron, and under axes of iron, and made them pass through the brick kiln. And thus did he unto all the cities of the children of Ammon. So David and all the people returned unto Jerusalem. Dang! What did Sheba get bought for? Oh, for that line about God. Well, you know. You have to look at it from his perspective. He didn't believe in God. And also, I think a lot of Christians would read that and have a problem with it. I think a lot of Christians don't know what's in here before this part right here. If a lot of Christians really read through the Old Testament, I don't know if they'd be able to stick with it. A lot of Christians are too soft. They read through some of this stuff. They'd be like, "Oh, I don't. That's not the God I believe in. I believe in socialist Jesus." Disrespect towards God gets old. I mean, that comment's not, you know. I see where he's coming from. I see where you would get that idea. I mean, David cheated on slept with a married woman, killed her husband, got her pregnant, killed her husband, and then God killed the baby because of what David did. And I understand if people say, seems like God sounds like he's kind of a jerk. After listening to that, I see where people would get that idea. So I can't really blame him for it. I don't think that. I think it's all part of the plan. And remember, he's a man after God's own heart. Yeah. So like an atheist wrestling with this, I'm saying God sounds like a jerk. I totally get it. I've read the Old Testament. Oh, I'm not talking about you then. If it don't apply, let it fly. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about a lot of Christians haven't read the Old Testament, and if they did, they might have a different idea. Maybe that they would lose some of this soft Christianity that I see a lot of. I'm not talking about you, Auntie. I'm just talking about people in general. All right. I like that. David put the people that were in, he put them under Saul's. Saul's. Yes, that means he put them under Saul's. They sawed them to pieces. And under harrows of iron. I don't know what a harrow is, but it's probably not a good thing. Shackles, maybe. And under axes of iron. He chopped their heads off. And made them pass through the brick kiln. The brick kiln is the same as the fiery furnace that Nebuchadnezzar put Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into. The reason they have these fiery furnaces is not for I think some people think that the fiery furnace is like some sort of pagan god thing because they used to do the Molech and the golden cow and stuff like that. But no, the fiery furnace, the reason Nebuchadnezzar had a fiery furnace, David has a fiery furnace, or the brick is a brick kiln. It's where they make bricks. They put the bricks into the kiln. And they could also, it's big. It's a big kiln. A big hot thing. I'm not coming. Forward Christ, I'm back with a sword ready to clean out. Based, Auntie. I agree. Yeah. Harrows of iron, an agricultural implement used as an instrument of torture, according to Google. Maybe like is there pictures? Maybe like a scythe? Yeah, so pretty much David tortured and killed all these people. Chapter 13. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister whose name was Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. Wait, what? Absalom's sister, Absalom, the son of David, had a sister. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. Wouldn't she also be his sister? Maybe since they're only half brothers, that's okay. But I mean, well, Abraham married his half sister. Sarah was Abraham, or I always get Rebecca and Sarah confused. I'm pretty sure Sarah was Abraham's half sister. So Tamar is Amnon's half sister, and he loves her. Looks like a giant plow blade or something. Okay. They just lay him out in the field and just drag a plow over him. That would suck. Okay. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister. Oh, yeah, it says it right there. She is his sister. Okay. Tamar, for she was a virgin, and Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shimeah, David's brother. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. That's not how you spell subtle. Subtil? And he said unto him, Why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell? Like, why are you slumping around? Why you look all butthurt, dude? Wilt thou not tell me? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister, aka my sister, my half sister, because they have different moms. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it, and eat it at her hand. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come, and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now to thy brother Amnon's house, and dress him meat. Dress him meat. Is that what they call it? So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down. And she took flour and kneaded it, and made cakes in his sight. Nice. I like a woman who can bake a cake. And did bake the cakes. Nice. There she go. There she go. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. And Amnon said, Have out all men from me. And they went out every man from him. And Amnon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thine hand. We read this. We referenced this a long time ago. We talked about this story. When we were in Exodus, we jumped ahead and we read this. Then I remember this. We referenced this for some reason a long time ago. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said unto her, Come lie with me, my sister. You shouldn't say it like that. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. Don't grape me, Amnon. Oh, this is getting... I had a friend who had an obsessed half brother. It was disturbing and sad. I felt so bad for her. It really messed her up. Well, that's biblical. It sounds like this situation right here. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt not be as one of the fools in Israel. Now therefore I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. He will not withhold me from thee? Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. Oh, you know why we talked about this? Because we were in Exodus or Leviticus, and we were talking about... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm pretty sure David is going to handle this. Okay, yeah. So there's a verse, we talked about this when we were in, I think it's in Deuteronomy, that talks about if you see a slave woman in the field and you take hold of her and go in unto her, and she's a virgin, you have to marry her. And I got in a debate with some guy that came up on my panel like 2 or 3 years ago, and he brought this verse up. And he said, look, it says that he raped her and that it's okay. And I had an NIV Bible, and I opened it up, and it did say rape. So I was like, that's odd. I never knew that said that in there. And then I found my King James version. It doesn't say rape. And I got my ESV version. It doesn't say rape. And then I pulled it up on the internet, and I looked, and there's only one version that uses the word rape, and that is the NIV version. And they later changed that. So I have an older NIV. The newer NIVs doesn't say rape. They changed it because that was a mistake. It should not say rape there. It says take hold of her. And that word, we talked about this a long time ago. And I think Seesaw was like, read about Amnon and Tamar in 2 Samuel, and you'll see that rape is explicitly forbidden in Israel. So if somebody ever uses, and that's why we jumped ahead and we read this a long time ago. When I was in like Deuteronomy, we read this because it's not allowed. It's not, grape is not allowed in the Bible. So if anybody ever tells you that, they're an idiot. Don't believe it. They're twisting the Bible. Okay. He forced her and laid with her. Uh-oh. Then Amnon hated her exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said to her, arise, be gone. What a beta. You graped your sister, and then you got mad about it. Don't be throwing the slaves down in the field, y'all. Yeah. I should write the note. I'm going to write a little note here. I don't know where my pen is. Pen is one of the most fundamental calming quotes in the Bible. Isn't in there? You talking about in the NIV version? Are you talking about these demons are cast out through prayer and fasting? How they took that part out of the NIV? Is that what you're talking about? I think it's in Matthew. It says these the only way to. Yeah, you caught that, Rome? Calm down, Rome. I think it's in Matthew. It says it's talking about demons, and it says the only way to expel these demons is through prayer and fasting. Peace be still. That's not in the NIV. What verse is that? Dude, why is when I open Google, it should just take me, when I open a new tab, it should automatically take me to Google. But it doesn't. I think that's something. When I do it on this one, it takes me to Google. When I do it on this one, it doesn't. Oh, you know what we're going to talk about on Monday night? The 3 pillars of persuasion. Pathos, ethos, and logos. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Pathos, ethos, and logos. I don't know. Logos, ethos, pathos. The 3 pillars of persuasion. That's what we're going to talk about on Monday. Anyway, peace be still is not in the NIV when he calms the storm. On my computer, when I open Google, it takes me to a frequently visited website screen for Google, but not Google. Huh. Well, mine takes me to Google on the computer, but now it doesn't do it on my laptop. I got Jupiter on my Google. Okay. Okay, so Amnon is mad at Tamar now after he raped her. And she said unto him, there is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. Yeah, it's even worse. Like, you raped me, at least be nice afterwards. Dang. Now you're throwing salt on the wound, Amnon. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him and said, put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her. And she had a garment of diverse, different colors upon her. For with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparelled. Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her. And Tamar put ashes on her head and rent her garment of diverse colors that was on her, and laid her hand on her head and went on crying. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, hath Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house. Basically, he's saying, keep it on the down low. He's your brother, okay? You know, we know this is bad, but let's not run around telling everybody, okay? But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. And Absalom spoke unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad, for Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar. And it came to pass, after 2 full years, that Absalom had sheep shears in Baal Hazor, which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons. And Absalom came to the king and said, behold, now thy servant hath sheep shears. Let the king, I beseech thee, and his servants go with thy servant. And the king said to Absalom, nay, my son, let us not all now go, lest we be chargeable unto thee. And he pressed him, howbeit he would not go, but blessed him. Then said Absalom, if not, I pray thee, let my brother Amnon go with us. And the king said unto him, why should he go with thee? But Absalom pressed him that he let Amnon and all the king's sons go with him. Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, mark ye now when Amnon's heart is merry with wine, and when I say unto you, smite Amnon, then kill him. Fear not. Have I not commanded you? Be courageous and be valiant. Based. And the servants of that, this is called the Avenger of Blood. No death penalty. How about the Avenger of Blood? How about eye for an eye? That turn the other cheek thing, that's a personal level. That's not a political level. The authorities, the king and the king's sons, in the Old Testament, before Jesus, they had the Avenger of Blood. After Jesus, and Jesus never explicitly says anything against capital punishment. All he says is, he without sin cast the first stone in that one specific case. He's basically saying, why are you going to kill an adulteress? That's not something we should be killing this woman over. Also, it's arguable, and I know people who aren't studied up are going to think that I'm saying something heretical right now. They're going to think that I'm saying something crazy, but it's not heretical. This has been heavily debated by Orthodox people, Catholic people. The story of the adulterous woman and Jesus saying he without sin cast the first stone, that's not in any original manuscripts. A lot of people believe that story was added much later and that story shouldn't even be in the Bible. The reason that it stays in the Bible is because it makes sense. It matches with Jesus' character. It doesn't change any context or anything. Seems like something Jesus would say. Seems like something Jesus would do. You could argue that it adds. I would argue that if we don't know for sure that that is scriptural, it kind of makes Jesus, it makes, I don't want to say that. It does kind of it softens him. That's the only argument people can use to say that Jesus was against the death penalty. Is when he saves the adulterous woman from being stoned and he says, "He without sin cast the first stone." That's the only argument they have. And that story, it's debatable if that should even be in the Bible. So what? Jesus calming the storms is one of the simplest stories to teach children that shows his power to rest easy in faith. That quote is very easy for small children to remember. Boogle moogle. What are you guys talking about? Here, I'm going to do it on this computer. Does John 7:53 through 8:11 belong in the Bible? Christ Community Church, why we are not preaching on the woman caught in adultery. Most scholars believe that the story of the adulterous woman in John 8 was not in the original text, but was later added as part of oral tradition. Let's see. Text and Canon Institute. Does the woman caught in adultery belong in the Bible? The story of the woman caught in adultery is arguably one of the most beloved Jesus stories in the New Testament, which includes the familiar quotation, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone." However, the story is missing from some ancient manuscripts of John, as noted already by early church fathers like Jerome and Augustine. For this and other reasons, a majority of modern scholars regard the passage as a later insertion, and some even want to remove it altogether from our Bibles. One can imagine the outcry such a radical move could cause. I don't think it's that radical. That story causes that story kind of irks me because people will use it to argue that Jesus was against the death penalty. People will use it to argue that, they'll say, well, then that becomes, she was a prostitute later. There's a Catholic bishop that came out and said that Mary was a prostitute and that Jesus hung out with prostitutes. And then you get the wife of Jesus in the Da Vinci Code stories where Jesus is sleeping with Mary Magdalene, who was a prostitute who he saved. All this stuff. I'm not the guy who makes the decisions. I'm just saying if they took it out, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad about it. It solves a lot of like feminists and a lot of like soft Christianity arguments. They'll point to that story. If they took that story out, if that's now, not if it's supposed to be there, if it's meant to be there, it should be there. But if it shouldn't be there, it shouldn't be there. That's all I'm saying. This is from textandcanon.org. Thus, in his study on early manuscripts and modern translations, Philip Comfort rejected the passage as a non-Johannine interpolation and lamented the habit of printing the tradition in all editions and translations. True, the passage has been bracketed or marked off with single lines or set in italics, but there it stands, an obstacle to reading the true narrative of John's gospel. John 7:53, 8 through 11. Let me see if it should be in italics in this Bible. See, it's not. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong chapter. It has it's not in italics. It's not denoted in any way. There is 2 lines here, but that shows marked off with single lines or set in italics. Usually if something's added, it'll be in italics in this Bible. None of this is in italics. We have the 2 lines here. That just means a new thought or a separate paragraph. Huh. But he basically says the same thing when he says, worry about the log in your own eye rather than the splinter of your neighbor's eye. He's talking about hypocrisy there. He's talking about you can't help your brother overcome something you haven't overcome yet. It'd be like if I was telling you, if I'm sitting here smoking a cigarette saying, you need to quit smoking, that's bad for you. You need to quit smoking while I'm smoking a cigarette. Now, I could say smoking is bad for you while I'm smoking a cigarette without being a hypocrite. But if I say, you need to quit smoking, but I haven't done it, how am I going to help you if I'm still doing the same thing? You're watching Jerry Springer? What year do you live in? 1994? What, you in the past? How you watching Jerry? He dead. How you watching Jerry? Okay, where are we at? Did he kill this guy yet? Oh, he's about to kill him. All right. Once he's married, once he's drunk up, when I say to you, smite Amnon, then kill him. Fear not. Have not I commanded you? Be courageous and be valiant. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. What are you breathing so deep for? I know it's hot, bud. It's cooler in the other room. The air's on. It's hot, huh? It's getting warmed up. You need to get you a haircut. Your hair's too long. You're getting old. You need a haircut. I should just shave him. I have a picture of him when I first got him. He was shaved. When down in Florida, my parents used to shave Echo. Like, he looks like a lab when you shave him. Now he looks like a Chow Border Collie mix or a Newfie. But when they shaved him in Florida, he looks like a black lab. You look different when you're shaved. You want a haircut? It's hot. Go in the other room. The air conditioning's on. You're getting hair all over me, dude. It's itchy. I have hair in my nose. All right. See you later, Gorilla Biscuits. All right. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man gat him up upon his mule and fled. And it came to pass, while they were in the way, that tidings came to David, saying, Absalom hath slain all the king's sons, and there is not one of them left. Then the king arose and tare his garments, and lay on the earth, and all his servants stood by with their clothes rent. And Jonadab, the son of Shimeah, David's brother, answered and said, Let not my lord suppose that they have slain all the young men, the king's sons, for Amnon only is dead. For by the appointment of Absalom, this hath been determined from the day that he forced his sister Tamar. Now therefore let not my lord the king take the thing to his heart to think that all the king's sons are dead, for Amnon only is dead. But Absalom fled, and the young men that kept the watch lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there came much people by the way of the hillside behind him. And Jonadab said unto the king, Behold, the king's sons come, as thy servant said, so it is. So David thought that all of his sons were killed, but then homeboy says, no, Absalom just killed Amnon because he raped Tamar. And David didn't believe it at first, but then they see them come over the hill, and they're like, your sons are back. So now he's a chow. I don't know what he is. He looks like he's got some chow in him. He looks like a mix between like a border collie, like a Newfoundland, a Newfie or whatever they call them, a chow, maybe a little bit of lab. He's a mutt. He's a mutt. And he's like a 70-year-old virgin. We need to get him a lady to go in unto. Echo's trying to go in unto someone. See ya, hun. You leaving? You're leaving us. No. No. Okay. Later. Don't call me hun, babe. I'm kidding. What the? I feel weird saying that. All right, sweetie. They make dog DNA tests? What? I know. I think I heard that. I think somebody told me that. And I was like, that's crazy. I wouldn't even get a human DNA test, much less a dog DNA test. Dude, I know a lady that has health insurance for her dog. And she's like, my dog got cancer. We have to take him to get therapy for his cancer. Luckily, we have his insurance plan. And I'm like, what? Your dog has health insurance and your dog is going to get a cancer treatment? Dogs get cancer? What? I didn't even know. Dude, when I get sick, I'm not going to know. I'm just going to die. So you can be 100% sure if Echo gets sick, he ain't going to no doctor. I can't afford me to go to the doctor. You think I'm going to take Echo to the doctor? Nope. Sorry, buddy. We gon' get through this or we're not. They have pet insurance. It's pretty smart. Smart? I don't know if I'd call it smart. If you got the money, money's relative. If you got enough money where it's not a hassle on you, it would not be smart for me to get health insurance for Echo. That would not be smart. No, it'd be smart. He's a dog. When he dies, he's going to die. I'm going to be really sad, but it's going to happen. You know? I don't need a vet to put him down. You know? I'll just handle that. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I'd have to have Kevin do it for me. He had to put his dog down. He shot him with a 22. I would be like, Kevin, you got to dispatch my dog. I can't do it. And I can't afford a vet. It takes a lot off the top. You can't take nothing off the top of free. I don't have to. There's nothing to. There's nothing to take off the top of my vet bills because I don't. I don't even believe in doctors. You think I'm taking my dog to the vet? No, no, no. A vet can help him live longer. Allegedly. No, we're natty. We're all natty. We're going to die when we die. Me and Echo in it till the end. Unfortunately, he's a dog. So he's probably not going to make it as long as me. Old Yeller, come back, Yeller. Best dog on dog in the West. That's right. Old Yeller had to get popped. Old Yeller got popped. Okay. We're going to go to. If you don't do the doctor, yeah. You'll wish you took your dog to the vet when he gets heartworms or rabies. Rabies? What? How's he going to get rabies? Don't you have to... Dogs can just develop rabies randomly? Don't you have to get bit by something with rabies or... I'm going to have a damn zombie dog in my house? That's scary. Okay. But Absalom fled, and the young man... where was I? And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of speaking, that behold, the king's sons came and lifted up their voice and wept. And the king also and all his servants wept very sore. But Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, king of Geshur, and David mourned for his son every day. So Absalom fled and went to Geshur and was there 3 years. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, seeing he was dead. So David's not mad at Absalom. He wishes Absalom would come home. But Absalom's scared. He killed his brother. Lots of wild animals carry rabies. Well, he's not. Yeah, you have to get... Wait, yes, animals can just develop rabies, or yes, you have to get bit by something. If you're saying yes, they have to get bit by something, and lots of wild animals carry rabies, he's not Dora the Explorer. He's not out wandering around in the streets at night. He's an inside dog. It doesn't require a bite. A scratch can transmit it as well. Dude, he's scared of squirrels. What's he going to just randomly get rabies while I'm taking him on a walk around the block? We don't have werewolves. No, they don't just develop it. But then what's going to happen? Worst case scenario, he gets in a fight with a rabid squirrel. That's the only way he's going to get rabies. I take him for a walk. Some rabid squirrel launches out of the tree at him and starts attacking him, which has never happened before. Never seen anything like that happen in my life. But I guess there's a possibility that some rabid squirrel could just attack my dog from the tree line. Avoid the Serengeti. But still. Yeah, he's scared of squirrel. He's scared of everything. One could come out of nowhere. It could happen. Well, all right. Well, in the rare event that happens, I'll have to take him to the vet because I don't want him to bite me and me get rabies. Then I would die. Okay. Dang, rabid squirrel. Funny story. We used to live in a neighborhood called, we lived in Cypress Estates, but the neighborhood next to ours was called Stagecoach. Stagecoach had a neighborhood clubhouse in the middle of the community. And there was like a park, a circle park When you drove into the neighborhood, there was a big circle, and the circle broke off to all these other roads that went down to houses. But anyway, the circle, the community center was in the middle with a basketball court, volleyball courts, pool, and the big grass park area, playground equipment, whatnot, and lots of big giant oak trees and lots of squirrels, right? Crazy amount of squirrels. Squirrels everywhere, gray squirrels. And sometimes people would feed the squirrels crackers. So the squirrels got comfortable getting food from people. And for some reason, a large percentage of these squirrels were like rabid. By a large percent, I mean like 1 in 5. Like 1 in 5 of these squirrels, you would see like it looked like dang Quasimodo mixed with like Dr. Jekyll. It like limp all weird and its eye was all crooked and like, ha, ha, ha. And this squirrel, these rabid squirrels, and there was a bunch of them. Eye be all swollen. They got like blood blisters on their side and stuff. Freaky squirrels. And one day I was just eating some crackers and these squirrels like started gathering. I like eating, I think I had some cheese whiz and some Ritz crackers, and I was cheese whizzing it up and eating a cracker. And I start seeing squirrels gathering, and they're coming closer and they're coming closer. And I'm like, these are my crackers, squirrels. I'm like kicking them away and they're backing up. But then this one kind of saunters up and he's like, and I'm like, oh, snap. It's Ray the Rabby, Ray the rabid squirrel. We know you, Ray. I can tell the way your face is twitching. You're the rabid one. And I'm watching you. And I pull the cracker out and I have it like this. And I'm going to bite it. He runs and jumps on my leg. He jumps from like 4 feet away onto my thigh. And I'm wearing blue jeans. And I go, ah! And I start kicking my leg. He runs up my leg to my chest and then starts to go down my arm to get to the cracker. And then at that point, I freaking flail him off and he goes flying through the sky. And I freaked out. I was like, ah! I got this damn squirrel off me. But I was like, dang, Ray just climbed up on me trying to steal my damn cracker. I thought I was going to get rabies. But he didn't bite me or scratch me or nothing. But I don't think I ever even like got checked out for that. But I'm alive, so I guess I didn't get rabies. I'm not even 100% sure the squirrel had rabies. I'm just assuming since it looked like a mutant squirrel and it had no fear that it probably had rabies. But yeah, it flew. It flew from like 5 feet away and hit my thigh. And I figured when I jumped and like shook my leg, I thought it would jump away. So I kind of just went, ah, and like shook it. And I thought it was just going to jump off my leg when I did that. No, it ran up my chest and started going down my arm. And then I really was freaking. I was like, I will flail in my arm like a crazy person. And it finally flew off. And I was like freaked out. The squirrels traumatized me. But then I went squirrel hunting and I ate a couple of them. That's not true. That part of the story is not true. I have gone squirrel hunting before, but I've never eaten squirrel and I want to. They're part of the frat. Gray squirrels took over the red ones. We have red squirrels, fox squirrels here in Utah. But in Florida, we have gray squirrels, which are both tree squirrels. Here in Utah, you can't hunt the tree squirrels such as the fox squirrels. You can hunt ground squirrels, but ground squirrels are like this big. The ground squirrels here in Utah, you'll see like a dirt hill with a bunch of little holes in it. And if you're like walking, you'll see it out of your peripheral. You'll see like the hill looks like it's moving. Like the hill is kind of like there's motion on the hill. But as soon as you look at it and you walk towards it, it just goes and they all disappear. They're so fast. And I was going to try hunting one on one of my camping trips. I brought my BB gun and I was going to try hunting some of them. But first off, like I said, they disappear as soon as you get within like 20 feet of them, and they like know when you're looking at them. As soon as you look at them and you're within like 20 feet, they're gone. And they're about this big. So I have a Crossman BB gun pistol, and I've got to hit something this big from 30 feet. And even if I manage to hit one, what is that, a chicken nugget? Well, I'm getting one chicken nugget of meat? That ain't even worth it. I'd have to kill 20 of them to make a 20 piece for a snack. Don't eat squirrel. It's nasty meat. I've had it and will never eat it again. Well, that's good advice, but I'm still gonna eat it when I get a chance. Because I haven't tried it. So even if it's garbage, I still want to try it. I have a rabbit in my freezer. I cooked a rabbit once and I didn't like it too much. I need to make a stew. I need to make a stew with it. It was too tough. I like pheasant. I'll make a mean bacon wrapped pheasant. Pheasant's very tough too, but if you wrap it in bacon and you bake it with bacon wrapped around it, it soaks in the fat from the bacon and the pheasant is good. But the rabbit that I made, I forget how I made it. It's on a YouTube. I have it on my channel. It's a video. I made a video of it eating the rabbit. And it came out all right. I made two types. I made one shake and bake rabbit, which was okay. And then I made another one that was like in a juice. I forget what it's called, but I didn't really like either of them too much. So I still have a rabbit in my freezer, but I want to make stew with it. I think that's the best way to do rabbit. Almost anything is good with bacon, facts. Never had bunny. They're too cute. Not once they have their skin removed. It's not so cute when all of its fur's ripped off. It stops looking cute when it looks like a meat zombie instead of a fur ball. Okay. Chapter 14. Now Joab, the son of Zeruiah, perceived that the king's heart was toward Absalom. And Joab sent to Tekoa and fetched thence a wise woman. What? No such thing. And said unto her, I pray thee, feign thyself to be a mourner, and put on now mourning apparel, and anoint not thyself with oil, but be as a woman that had a long time mourned for the dead. And come to the king, and speak on this manner with him, unto him. So Joab put the words in her mouth. And when the woman of Tekoa spake to the king, she fell on her face to the ground, and did obeisance, and said, Help, O king. And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, I am indeed a widow woman, and mine husband is dead. I'm going to go vegetarian for my Crohn's disease. Well, I'm sorry you have Crohn's disease, and I'm even more sorry that you have to go vegetarian. If I was starving, then yeah, I'd try anything. We have plenty of meat. I don't need to. And thy handmaid had 2 sons, and they too strove together in the field. And there was none to part them, but the one smote the other and slew him, like Cain and Abel, and like Absalom and Amnon. And behold, the whole family, except for, it's not like Cain and Abel, because Absalom had a reason to kill Amnon. He was the avenger of blood. Different kind of blood. JF doesn't believe in vegetarians. I know. It's not even a real thing. I know they're all lying. They be eating meat. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Ain't no such thing as a real vegetarian. And behold, the whole family is risen against thine handmaid. And they said, deliver him that smote his brother, that we may kill him. For the life of his brother whom he slew, and we will destroy the heir also. And so they shall quench my coal which is left, and shall not leave to my husband neither name nor remainder upon this earth. And the king said unto the woman, go to thine house, and I will give charge concerning thee. And the woman of Tekoa said unto the king, my lord, O king, the iniquity be on me, and on my father's house, and the king and his throne be guiltless. And the king said, whosoever saith aught unto thee, bring him to me, and he shall not touch thee any more. Then said she, I pray thee, let the king remember the Lord thy God, that thou wouldest not suffer the revengers of blood to destroy any more, lest they destroy my son. And he said, as the Lord liveth, there shall not one hair on thy son fall to the earth. Then the woman said, let thine handmaid, I pray thee, speak one word unto my lord the king. And he said, say on. Well, you just spoke a bunch of words, woman. And the woman said, wherefore then hast thou thought such a thing against the people of God? For the king doth speak this thing as one which is faulty, in that the king doth not fetch home again his banished. For we must needs die, and are as water spilt on the ground, which cannot be gathered up against. Neither doth God respect any person, yet doth he devise means that his banished be not expelled from him. Now, therefore, so she's basically, this is a trick. They always playing tricks on David. They're giving him parables and whatnot to show him the folly of his own ways. Basically, she said, my son killed my other son, and now people are trying to kill him. And David said, nobody's going to kill him. Bring him back here. And she said, why don't you do the same thing, David? That story, I just made it up. I'm just trying to show you, you make the right decisions when it concerns other people, but then when it comes to you, you don't make the right decisions. I think that's a common thing among based men. We can give great advice, but we don't listen to it for ourselves. That's David's problem. David will tell you the right thing to do. He'll make the right decision when it comes to his kingdom and his people and helping others. But when it comes to his life, do as I say, not as I do. I did try a salad diet. I lasted 2 days. Eating meat is killing me? Dang, it's ripping my guts out from the inside out? What? What? I don't know, man. I did carnivore, and if you eat nothing but red meat, steak, nothing but steak, that'll fix all of that. That'll fix all that. I'm not a doctor, by the way. Crohn's is a shitty disease. I don't know anything about it, so don't listen to me. I'm just talking out of my butt right now. All right. I will now speak unto the king. It may be the king that will perform the request of his handmaid. Now, therefore, that I am come to speak of this thing unto my lord the king, it is because the people have made me afraid. And thy handmaid said, I will now speak unto the king. It may be that the king will perform the request of his handmaid. For the king will hear to deliver his handmaid out of the hand of the man that would destroy me and my son together out of the inheritance of God. Then thine handmaid said, the word of my lord the king shall now be comfortable. For as an angel of God, so is my lord the king, to discern good and bad. Therefore the Lord thy God will be with thee. We have an angel of the Lord reference. For as an angel of God, so is my Lord the king to discern good and bad. Then the king answered and said unto the woman, hide not from me, I pray thee, the thing that I shall ask thee. And the woman said, let my lord the king now speak. And the king said, is not the hand of Joab with thee in all this? And the woman answered and said, as thy soul liveth, my lord the king, none can turn to the right hand or to the left from aught that my lord the king hath spoken. For thy servant Joab, he bade me, and put all these words in the mouth of thine handmaid. To fetch about the form of speech hath thy servant Joab done this thing, and my Lord is wise, according to the wisdom of an angel of God, to know all things that are in the earth. Wise, according to the wisdom of an angel of God. That's not a definitive, that's not a definite article. An angel of God implies that there are multiple angels of God. I've been doing a lot of, while I've been reading, one of the things that I'm highlighting and really like studying up on and focusing and paying attention to is any mentions of the angel of God. If you've noticed, as we've been reading, I always kind of, whenever an angel of God is mentioned, we always talk about it and I go over it multiple times. I think that's interesting. She's saying David is as wise as an angel of God, and David discerns right from wrong as an angel of God. Some people argue every reference to the angel of God is Jesus or an angel of God. An angel of God is not a definite article, which implies that there are multiple angels of God, which is what I've always argued. But I've heard people argue that there's only one angel of God, and it's Jesus, pre-incarnate, which I don't know. That doesn't work in my brain. It doesn't work. There's like one or two times where it does work, but they would have to say that there's got to be more than one angel of God. I don't know. Or spoke to her yet. I'm blocked. Crohn's is rough. They've already removed 1.5 feet of my intestines. Dang. That's crazy. Well, aren't they like 24 feet? So you got extra. It just means your metabolism's going to be a little quicker now. Look at the silver lining. Go chew ye grass. All right. I think we're going to stop at chapter 15. And the king said unto Joab, behold now, I have done this thing. Go therefore, bring the young man Absalom again. And Joab fell to the ground on his face and bowed himself and thanked the king. And Joab said, today thy servant knoweth that I have found grace in thy sight, my lord, O king, in that the king hath fulfilled the request of his servant. So Joab arose and went to Geshur and brought Absalom to Jerusalem. And the king said, let him turn to his own house and let him not see my face. So Absalom returned to his own house and saw not the king's face. But in all Israel there was none to be so much praised as Absalom for his beauty. From the sole of his foot even to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him. And when he polled his head, for it was at every year's end that he polled it, because the hair was heavy on him, therefore he polled it. I'm guessing that means cut it. He weighed the hair of his head at 200 shekels after the king's weight. And unto Absalom there were born 3 sons and 1 daughter, whose name was Tamar. She was a woman of a fair countenance. He named his daughter after his sister who got raped. So Absalom dwelt 2 full years in Jerusalem and saw not the king's face. Therefore Absalom sent for Joab to have sent him to the king, but he would not come to him. And when he sent again the second time, he would not come. Therefore he said unto his servants, See, Joab's field is near mine, and he hath barley there. Go and set it on fire. And Absalom's servant set the field on fire. Why is Absalom setting Joab's field on fire? Then Joab arose and came to Absalom unto his house, and said unto him, Wherefore have thy servants set my field on fire? And Absalom answered Joab, Behold, I sent unto thee, saying, Come hither, that I may send thee to the king, to say, Wherefore am I come from Gashur? It had been good for me to have been there still. Now therefore let me see the king's face, and if there be any iniquity in me, let him kill me. So Joab came to the king and told him. And when he had called for Absalom, he came to the king and bowed himself on his face to the ground before the king. And the king kissed Absalom. So father and son reunited. But why do you have to burn Joab's field down just to get him to pay attention to you? He's trying to get a meeting with the king, and Joab wouldn't listen to him. So he's like, go light his fields on fire. That'll get him to listen. I guess if it worked, got to send a message somehow. Am I right? And let's light a fire. All right. So we only read 4 chapters, but those are some long chapters. Update and restart ChatGPT now. Let me see. I need to register my Windows account. So I think the easiest way for me to do that, I think the easiest way for me to do that is just try to change something in the display settings. Yep, activate now. Windows reported that no product key was found on your device. Your product key should be in an email from whoever sold or distributed to or on the box the Windows DVD or USB came in. Where's the box? I have a whole box of boxes. Arfid? Still pissed, but I don't got that sticker's got to be in there somewhere. Oh, also, where is that thumb drive? Thumb drive. It's in the motherboard box, or it's in this tray of stuff. There it is. Jeremy, can I use this Windows Flash again multiple times? I've been trying to eat, but I've still lost almost 40 pounds. You can use it as many times as you want. It's only the key that has a limitation on use. How many uses? One? This is a huge code. Is this cap sensitive? Watch me mistype one letter and they tell me, oh, you've been locked out for 2 weeks. I wonder if the desk has arrived yet. I'm worried they're not going to deliver my desk because my staircase, now there's another stair that's about to break on it, and the first stair is broken. I'm worried they're not going to climb my steps. So I put a note at the bottom. I said, if you want, you can leave the package at the bottom of the stairs. Package is out for delivery. Wonder if it shows me where it's at on the map. Like, could I just go track this guy down? No. My desk is out for delivery. And also, my extension cord, which they say it's going to arrive today by 2 to 6 p.m. No way. There's no way. It's not even shipped yet. It's not even out for delivery yet. There's no way they're going to get this to me today. White devil, white boy. Don't say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad. Doesn't work that way. They just say bad key. Need white boy. What? What? Don't be gonna say what? 369. Damn Burbine. One more time, get low. By activating Windows, you get the best experience, free from interruptions. Well, that's good. I don't like interruptions. Windows is activated. That was easy. We're activated, boys. Okay. So that's done. We got GIMP. Now I need a Windows locker. I need a program that locks my windows in place so that when I open a program, it always goes to the same spot. And I'm going to set up on my other screen my whole streaming panel and all my different, system monitor stuff, OBS stuff, chat box. Everything is going to be set up so that when I open it, it just goes to where I need it. And I don't have to be dragging and clicking and moving and grooving. It's the mucus that binds us. Hey, Abe Dinkus. Abe Dinkus. Abe Lincoln. Where's Abe Lincoln? No, I said A. Blinken. Shame I can't remember yesterday, but I can remember useless info like this. What do you smoke, pot? I have that same problem. You a pothead? Hey, Blinken. Well, that was easy. Okay, we got GIMP. Let's go to the notes. Epic Games. We got GIMP. We need fan control, but activate Windows, done. The problem is, I don't know what, it's just all he said was it's called fan control. But when I type fan control in Google, there's a whole bunch of different ones. And I don't want to download the wrong one. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jeremy? Fan control? The program fan control? Epic Games. Let's do that. Let's get Epic Games. Plus, Epic Games has free games a lot. Steam has free games too. But if I want to play Rocket League, I need Epic Games. Fortnite, I don't think I've ever played. I play it on the phone, I guess. Download. Okay, how do I uninstall Honey? This is not supposed to be on this computer. How do I uninstall browser add-ons? I bet I could. Well, I can't use Revo uninstaller for it because it's a browser thing. It's not on my computer. Uninstall Honey. I heard Honey is bad. I heard any of those sales add-ons are bad. Uninstall the Honey browsers. We're sorry to hear you want to uninstall Honey. Steps to remove the Honey browsers depend on which browser you're using. Select your browser and device below for instructions on Chrome on Windows. Click on the three dots icons on the right of your toolbar. Click More Tools, click Extensions, click Remove, click Remove. Click More Tools. Extensions. It doesn't say extensions. It doesn't say extensions. When I click on More Tools, it doesn't say extensions. Maybe if I do it on the laptop, because I downloaded it on the laptop. It shouldn't even be on this computer. Extensions is not an option. Developer tools? There is no extensions option. What are they talking about? Tab search, name window, customize Chrome, reading mode, performance, task manager, developer tools. It's not developer tools. That's code. I don't know how to do this. It's not under more tools. Find Honey in there and remove it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me scroll up. That's how I have like 550 games on Epic. I get the free weekly games. You wouldn't need to uninstall if you didn't install it to begin with. Chrome extension. Click the little puzzle piece thing on the right of the browser. Extensions. Remove from Chrome. Oh, well, that was easy. Help us improve. Why did you uninstall Honey? Because I heard that it's freaking garbage. Privacy concerns. Privacy concerns. I'll just do that. Okay. Now get out of here. I'm done with you. Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. That was how you did it. But I'm reading it right here. It's telling me go to more tools and then extensions. That's what the Honey website said. Okay. Let's get Epic Games. Sure, program files will be fine. Get everything done except the layouts today. Ooh, they got Expedition 33 on here on the front page. It's 50. Yeah, it's $50. Cyberpunk was only $24, and The Witcher 3 with all the update, all the what did I just click yes to? Crap. All the DLCs, Witcher 3 and all the DLCs was $10. So I had to cop that. Then I got Cyberpunk because it was only $23. The only full price game I got was Black Myth Wukong. And I got Monster Hunter Wilds for free. Harry Potter Legacy is only $15 right now. Do you want to allow this out of me? Yes. Ghost of Tsushima, $40. That game, I heard that game was pretty good. But I'll probably pass it. I got a long list of stuff on my wish list right now. Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man games. It looks so cool, but I heard that it's garbage on the PC. You didn't get the Cyberpunk DLC? No, I didn't. I'll beat it first and then see if I want the DLC. Sign in to my Epic Games thing? I have no idea what my... I don't know. I'm going to guess it's this email. And I'm going to guess that the password is that. Nope. Try this. Nope. Let's try this. Got it. It only took me 3 tries on the password. Set up 2-factor authenticator, protect account, set up email, 2FA will send a security code. Maybe later. Please check your contact. Yes, that's correct. Epic Game, privacy policy, accept. Dragon Ball Junkie. Xbox Network and PlayStation Network. Dude, I have an Xbox account from like 10 years ago, and I have a PlayStation account from like 10 years ago. Wonder if I linked it, if I'd get all my like save game files for games that I have on Steam. I'll worry about that later. Our lad's waiting for, I forgot, Tiny Tina's in it. Borderlands. I know Borderlands 4 is on the way. That's why I'm not going to buy Borderlands 3. Plus, Borderlands 3 had some woke crap in it. But I still wanted to play it. But now I'm just going to wait for Borderlands 4. I love Borderlands. Borderlands 2, I was a beast. I was a legend in that game. Legend in my own mind. But a legend nonetheless. All right. Last of Us Part 1. Oh, I've played that game. It's so gay. Fortnite? Okay. Now... Now... Okay, now I can customize my computer. So there's a bunch of like setup tips and stuff that you can do. I have to watch that video. Oh, Borderlands 4 is on here. Available March, April, May, June, July, August, September. September 12th. Yes, I just did have to count 9 fingers to figure out what the 9th month is. And I know my birthday's in the 10th month, so all I had to do is the month. This game, Tides of Annihilation, coming soon, looks sick, Jeremy. Where's the free game? I like free stuff. Fortnite's free. Rocket League's free. Let's get both of those. Can I get them through Steam? Get. Thanks for your order. View in library. See, I should have made a new game folder because now I'm going to have all my games in different places. This is going to go in the Epic Games folder instead of the Steam folder. That's what the dude said in the video. He said, first thing you should do once your PC's set up is make a separate folder for games. And then he shows how you can have it auto save to that folder. There's 3 free games this week. Well, we're going to do Fortnite, even though I'm never going to play it. We're going to do Rocket League, even though I will play it, but I kind of suck at it. Link your social account to find friends on Epic Games. What kind of accounts you trying to link? Oh, I ain't trying to do all that. Nah, man. Nah, I ain't trying to do all that. Requests. Oh, I'm already friends with Chess Dub C. He's my friend. Because we played Mario together before. And we played something else. Imagine dying Theg. Dying the G. I don't know who that is, but we're friends with him now. Okay. We got that. There's Rocket League. Most played 3. I never played Rocket League on the computer. I usually play on the Switch. Which means I'm gonna lose my cars, my custom stuff that I had to earn. I think, unless I can. I think it's cross-platform, so I think I could link my Switch account. I have DBD, Dead by Daylight, Fortnite is always free. Rocket League is always free too. I put my games in their own folder so I know where they are. I know, I should have done that too. Create desktop launch when you install. And just put that link into a folder. I don't know, but I need to set it up so NZXT cam doesn't start on startup anymore. I gotta change what starts on startup. I need to get rid of game bar or whatever comes on Microsoft. Also, this Xbox crap I don't want. LinkedIn, why is this on my start menu? I don't want LinkedIn. What do I want LinkedIn for? Why is Xbox on here? What is Microsoft 365? I think they told me not to download that, but I did anyway. All I want is Paint and Word. Microsoft Clipchamp? Is this their movie? Is this their video editing software? I think it's garbage. Want to grow your YouTube channel? Sign up to Clipchamp emails and discover insider secrets to skyrocket your YouTube channel's success. No. Your videos. Untitled video. Let's go camping 8. Oh yeah, I did start editing. Okay, yeah. This is okay, yeah. They've made some stuff different, but the problem. Okay, how do I just delete this? This is Windows video editing program. I don't like it. I tried it, I didn't like it. I'd rather edit on my phone. KineMaster has more features, but I pay for KineMaster though. Okay, how do I search for free stuff in the store? Search store free. Lords of the Fallen, Star Wars Outlaw free demo. I heard that game was pretty cool. Free kick football, 3D soccer. No. Soul Mask exclusive free unlock bundle. Wukong collab. Free bundle. Wukong collab transmog extension. What does that mean? Is that for Black Myth Wukong? Because I got that game. What is this? What's a transmog? Wukong collab transmog extension. What does that mean? Some of this is carryover from your other PC due to your linked Microsoft account. I don't have LinkedIn on this computer. Do you think I'm trying to get a job? What's a transmog? Golden chainmail. Is this for Black Myth Wukong? What is this? Free bundle Wukong collab. Show more. Blade of God X Aureolus. I don't know what this is. I don't know what a transmog add-on is. It doesn't even tell me what the game is. It just says Wukong collab. I don't know if that's... Chaos Wukong? It's a cosmetic. Makeup and wardrobe department. It'll be one-off set of armor or clothes. If only there was a tips you place, yeah, something like Google. Nah, man, Google's lame. Requires base game. What base game? Doesn't even tell me what the base game is. I'm thinking it's Black Myth Wukong, but it doesn't say that anywhere. It just says Wukong. Maybe there's another game called Wukong. Add to cart? It's free. Purchasing this item requires Blade of God Orisoios, Blade of God X Oriosis. It's not even for Black Myth Wukong. It's for a game called Blade of God X. With some bullshit. Get it out of my cart. How do I get rid of it? Get it out. Get out. How do I get it out of my cart? Oh my goodness. Epic rewards, epic wallet, subtotal, cart. Empty my cart. Get out of here. Dang it. Now it's stuck in there. Blade of God. I don't know what that game is. RPG Maker free sound set. Where's the free games at? Poker Club free bundle. Far Cry 6 free trial. Way of the Hunter. Oh, it's free UTV. I want to get Way of the Hunter. Urban Trial Freestyle. Prison Architect free for life. Prison Architect? Dude, I ain't downloading this crap. What is this? Urban Trial Freestyle. That might be cool. Ranger Boarding Weapons free bike. Freebie pack. Chains of free. Oh. The free games are Prison Architect and Urban Trial Freestyle. Oh, this looks stupid. Actually, it looks kind of cool. This looks like a cell phone game. It's a side-scrolling bike game. I think it's side-scrolling. It's not even it's not even free. It's $6.99. It said free. Yo, I don't know how to get this game out of my cart. Oh, remove. I found it. They said that game was free, and it was not free. I don't know. I didn't see no free games. Free games. It's right here. Free games. Giga Apocalypse, Sifu, and Deliver at All Costs. I heard this Deliver at All Costs games was actually pretty cool. It's like old school Grand Theft Auto overhead view. We'll cop it. It's free. No copping involved. Don't even gotta cop it. It's free. Okay, where's my Rocket League icon? I'm getting tired. It's almost 2. I typed the game names like 20 minutes ago. Nah, man, the game names are Delivery Guy, Sifu, and I saw actually a thing about that delivery game and I heard it's pretty fun. Okay, Window Locker. I think I saved a bookmark. Eusebius is the guy I was thinking of. Okay, hold on. Okay, we need to make a new folder. Choose another folder, bookmarks bar, new folder. Politics / Christianity debate. Put this in there. I don't know why this froze up. My Epic Games like froze. I wonder if I can. Nope, I can't. Delete. We never talked about Hassan being detained. Get notifications. I need to go to sleep. This I can delete. This I can move to here. This is for this week. Ancient high tech. That's bullcrap. AOC calls on to avoid abortion. Put this in this folder. Okay, Epic Games. Occasionally stuff black screens on me. Like not the whole screen, but the program just went black. Why would it do that? Jeremy? I'm aware of them a little. I already read that. I'm looking for the bookmark I have. Principles. They say dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. And that might be your body, that baby, power. Bang, 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 Black Magic Design, DaVinci Revolve Studio Activation Card. Black Magic Design, DaVinci Resolve Studio Activation Card. Why is this? Why do I have this saved in my? Oh, it's $325. This is a video editor that I was looking at buying. It's $325. But you only have to pay once instead of having to pay a subscription fee every month. Okay, I'll keep that in here. McCarthyism, that's when we were scared of commies. I don't need that. Well, I probably should have left that in the folder because one day I'm going to talk about McCarthyism on the show. Library Battle, Kardashev Scale. Texas woman died 40 hours after waiting for it. 4 layers of understanding religious text. Translator, transitory. We've talked about this already. Transcendental argument for God. We've never done the transcendental argument, I don't think. My break guy. We don't need that. I'm going through clearing out this bookmark folder. Deuteronomy 22, 28, and 29. The benefits of prohibition. This should be in my Gospel of Thomas. If I already have Sorry, guys. Boring time. Trying to get my Final Fantasy 14 working. I can't remember. My password. I know it was a long password. New Square Enix password. Please enter the birth date which with you registered. Same birth date that I have now? Do people's birthdays change? Where is my birth year? Please enter the question and answer you have registered. I don't remember. It's asking me the security question. What the fuck? It has letters and symbols. I got to do a security question, but I don't remember. Like first pet? What was my first pet? What would I would have done elementary school, and it's either I would have put, but would I have put blank elementary school or just blank? See, I don't remember. I know of one case where someone illegally changed their birthday because they didn't like that it was on Christmas. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, I would do. But would I put Lake? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say it. Would I put elementary school at the end? It's not working. Pet's first name. It's not working. I can't remember my security question. I don't know which one I picked. I think it was this one, but I don't know how I would have answered it. This is why you don't smoke pot, kids. Every time I try to get into Final Fantasy 14, it's a problem. It's always a problem. Now I can't log in. I'm locked out. Crap. So I can't recover my password unless I can think of how I know the answers to all those questions, but I don't know which question I did and I don't know how I wrote it. Did I capitalize it? Did I put the? Poking smot is bad, okay? Is there no link for a hint? No, it ain't gonna give me no hint. Is my question. Why is Epic Games not loading? What about the task manager? Close it. My light's flicking. It's gonna give me a seizure. Dude, what is going on with Epic Games? So, is all this stuff background processes? All these are background processes that are running? Why? I think Magic Arena is an app, right? No, I guess it's not. Is it on Steam? Where do you get Magic Arena? The website or? Create shortcut, gonna be a desktop shortcut? So if I make a folder and name it games, can I just drag stuff and drop it in that folder? Or is it gonna have to like Windows Explorer is the background process for your start menu? Because hashtag Windows. Yeah, I do need a new bulb. We need a bulb. We need a bulb. We need a bulb. We need a bulb. Sifu Giga Apocalypse. It's like Rampage. Yeah, it's just like Rampage. You just run around and destroy stuff. You pick one of 3 monsters. And you run around and you destroy villages. D-Rex, the smartest reptile. Anonam. And Captain Villain. I mean, should I get this game? Maybe someday you'll want to try out a new shitty game. Just get all the free games. You don't gotta install or play them. Just add them to the library. All right, all right, all right. Don't boss me around. But I don't. Sifu? What's mystery game? Oh, okay. I actually saw some video of this. I heard it's actually pretty decent. It's a very short game, but they said that it has a lot of replay value because you want to get through everything perfectly. All right, we'll check it out. We'll check it out. It's a $40 game for free. Every week, the free paid games are mystery games. We won't know what they are until next week. Okay. Let's minimize this. And then I just need a Windows frame catcher. To lock windows on your pin means to pin them on top of other windows or prevent them from being moved or resized. You can achieve this by using always on top feature in Windows or by using third-party tool like Power Toys. Lock desktop range icons, options, and settings. Using Power Toys. Install Power Toys. I don't want them to pin them on top. So wait, if I open a window, dude, I found one and now I can't find it. Power toys. Power toys. Microsoft Power Toys. Set of freeware system utilities designed for power users. Developed by Microsoft for use on Windows operating systems, these programs add or change features to maximize productivity, more customization. Power tours are available. Okay. Requirements, tip. Oh, this is complicated. What the heck? Don't you just have a button I can click to download it? This is a patch release we deemed important stability based on the income rate. C for full release notes. So we're going to try this. Gigapocalypse is rated E for explosive. Wow. Wow. Funny joke. All right. This is taking forever because games are downloading and stuff. I think I'm going to go to bed. We got Epic Games. We just need fan control in this window lock program, which Microsoft Power Toys. That will let me lock my windows in place. And then fan control. Well, I'm not sure which fan control they're talking about. Okay. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to see if this package has been delivered yet. Doesn't say. When I looked about me, oh baby, can't you see? Come back, baby, we belong together. When you gonna be when the preview? Why is it a preview? I want the whole thing. Power Toys preview? Why don't I get the whole dang thing? Welcome, General, always on top. Fancy Zones. Fancy Zones is a window manager that makes it easy to create complex window layouts and quickly position windows into these layouts. That's exactly what I wanted. Nice. So I can have all my windows on a layout, and then I just click the layout, and whenever I open thing, and I wonder if it'll automatically open all the windows for me. So then I can have Afterburner or cam to monitor my temperatures and all that stuff. I can have Motive Mix, Focusrite, OBS, Discord, YouTube chat. I think I can get my YouTube chat into my OBS. And if I want to have chat on screen, that's what I need to do. Which I would probably only do when I'm gaming for watchback for purposes. All right. Cool. Okay, Rocket League, deliver at all costs. Gigapocalypse. Now, Power Toys. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Crop and lock. Shift and drag a window to snap a window to a zone and release the window in the desired zone. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of cool. Windows Shift and this thing to open the Fancy Zones editor. What? Nice. Okay. Okay, we'll wait to do that till I have the new monitor, but I got it, so I can do that now. But I need that pinned to my... Desktop 1, new desktop. What's this? What does this do? New desktop. There's a way to make your Uninstall LinkedIn. I don't want it. Xbox, do I need this? I'm going to use Revo uninstaller to uninstall this stuff. I'll do that later. We get to test out Revo uninstaller. What is Outlook for? I don't know. Xbox Game Bar has a thing for showing FPS built in. Yeah, everything I watched on YouTube said that's one of the first things you want to get rid of is the Xbox Game Bar. I have ways to show my FPS on screen. And I won't be using that. Outlook is an email client. I ain't going to use that. Can I delete that? We're going to test out the Revo uninstaller tonight. Use it. Can I connect all my emails to it and then I don't have to? Because I think that's maybe the email app that I use on my phone where I have all my emails in there and I can just go to all of them in one spot. I do kind of like that. I need these Discord notifications to stop. I don't know how to do it. Okay. Other than Ubisoft Connect, which I think I only need for Assassin's Creed, and MTG Arena, we are golden, pony boy. Window lock done. Okay, the Zora demo. I don't think you have to download that. Maybe you do. But I need the fan control program. To get that, I'm going to have to watch the video where the guy says the name. Because when I just type in fan control on Google, it gives me 1,000 different types of fan control programs. So the one I'm looking for is just called fan control. You shouldn't have installed it to begin with. It came with Office 365. Unless you're going to pay for it, you shouldn't use it. Yeah, I'll probably delete it. Why? It costs money? I ain't paying for nothing. All right. Tonight we will try out the Revo uninstaller for the Xbox crap, the Game Bar crap, the Outlook, maybe this Office 365 thing, but I might want some of that stuff. I don't know. And then we need to check what happens on startup, my startup programs. There's a video I got to watch of a whole bunch of stuff to walk through. Games are all downloaded. Let's shut down. Stop. Stop. Shut them down. Open up. Stop. Whoa. No. That's a book right up. Oh. Okay. Revo. Uninstall. Outlook. Xbox. Find fan control. And do Windows customization. Now that I have Windows turned on, I can do all the Windows personalization and customization stuff that they wouldn't let me do before. Now I can do that. So tonight, I'll uninstall those two things with Revo Uninstaller to get an idea how to use Revo Uninstaller. I have to find the correct fan control program and download it. There's one really good one that lots of people recommend, but it's just called Fan Control. And I'm not sure the name of the website of the program, and there's a bunch of them. And then I got to do all my Windows customization and personalization stuff now that it's activated. And then I'll probably be doing that stuff during the VK tonight, just in the background or whenever I'm on 1v1s or whatever. Because I'm not going to be able to play Mario the way my computer's running. Plus, I need to start taking all this stuff, unplugging it, and getting it out of the way. So tonight, I'm going to have one screen, the laptop screen. Now I'm going to have to keep the TV up. I might just take the switch out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Might just wait till after VK to start messing with all that. But I need to take all this stuff down because the desk should arrive today. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you tonight at VK. I need to get some sleep. God bless everybody. And I will see you later. Peace out, Jeremy. Everybody who was with us. I'll catch you tonight, VK. Be there, be square. I'm a philosophizer. I'm the... I just farted. I hope nobody heard it. I'm the philosophy guy, okay? I'm like the authority on philosophy. All right, later.